A new chapter has just started, and with a new year comes the time to take a look at what are the most undervalued companies on the market right now. It is why in this video you'll find 3 of the best stocks that you can buy right now in January of 2025. So without further ado, let's take a look at the first pick on my list. First up is the telecommunication company Telus with the ticker T. While we've seen that the past 3 years haven't been the best for all the Canadian telecom companies, where we've seen a company like Bell that has lost over 40% of its total valuation over the past 5 years, 2025 could be the turnaround year for these types of companies. It is no secret for anyone that these companies are well financed by debt, where Telus currently has a debt to equity ratio exceeding 170%, and where they currently have a debt of about $29 billion compared to a super small cash position of less than $1 billion. This has made that the numerous hikes of the interest rate that have been made by the Bank of Canada between 2022 and 2023 have been hitting these types of companies right in the face. However, in 2024, we've seen a certain cool down and a decrease of this interest rate. While most of these companies will greatly benefit from it, I personally believe that Telus is currently the best Canadian telecom company on the market. By offering a solid combination of growth potential, stability, and income, Telus currently has a forward price to earnings ratio of only 17, which is quite lower compared to its historical average. On their part, the largest chunk of their total earnings are generated from the sales of their numerous products and services to their customers. For example, phone, television, and internet services that are distributed to over 19 million people. In that regard, over the last quarter, they've been able to increase their net income by an incredible 87% year over year. This was attributed to an increase in their operating revenues as well as a decrease in their total expenses. Compared to the same period in 2023, their total telecom subscriber connections also went up by 6%, up to close to 20 million people served. And so all of this has helped them to increase their total free cash flow by an incredible 58% year over year, up to $561 million. So all of these great financial results have shown that Telus is a super strong company that is still able to grow quarter after quarter despite bad economic conditions. But that's not all. Telus also offers great health and well-being services to their numerous clients by providing services and tools to support the mental, physical, and financial health of individuals and organizations. Telus has long ago understood the importance of diversifying their business model. And the least we can say is that it has paid off for them, where we can see that in the last quarter, they've been able to massively increase their total subscriber connections. So despite being down by about 15% since 1 year, this Canadian dividend company that is currently offering a gigantic 8% dividend to their shareholders could definitely be a wise option to have on your watch list. Now for the second stock on my list, it is the American EV company Rivian with the ticker RVN. Even if President-elect Donald Trump has said that he wasn't the biggest fan of encouraging EV companies where he wants to kill the $7,500 consumer tax credit for electric vehicle purchase, Rivian remains one of the hot companies that are currently trading on the market. Despite having a quite low market cap of only about $15 billion, Rivian has been able over the past couple of years to establish great partnerships, and it has also been able to start to generate more and more income. Back in 2019, Rivian and Amazon agreed for a partnership where Rivian pledged to help Amazon put 100,000 electric vehicles on the road by 2030. At that time, Rivian was forced from selling commercial vans to other customers and provide Amazon exclusive access to the vans for 4 years. This means that since 2023, Amazon has lost the full exclusivity on the commercial vans of Rivian. However, the partnership is still going strong, where it has been reported that Rivian has already delivered over 10,000 vehicles to Amazon. At the same time, Amazon remains the largest shareholders of Rivian, where it currently holds about 20% of the total assets of this company. So it means that Jeff Bezos and the different Amazon shareholders definitely have great interest towards this EV company. Another important partnership that Rivian has been completing lately is with Volkswagen. In fact, both car companies have agreed to a joint venture with the objective to develop vehicle software for the future. Volkswagen on their side have said that they were willing to invest $5.8 billion in Rivian for a 50% stake in this joint venture. So this type of partnership will definitely help a company like Rivian that is currently short on liquidity, where it currently has some negative operating cash flow and some negative free cash flow, which has made them put on a stop the construction of a $5 billion facility in Georgia in order to save a little bit more of money. Nevertheless, following the election of Donald Trump, we've seen that Rivian has received a $6.6 billion loan from the government to help them finish the construction of this factory in Georgia. This means that all the liquidity that Rivian will receive from these partnerships and from this loan will greatly help them to thrive in the future. Add to this company recently came out with their latest earnings report for the last quarter of 2024, and we've seen that this earnings was particularly great, where it has been able to surpass the analysts' expectations for many different factors. Over the last quarter, they've notably been able to deliver 12,727 vehicles and delivered 14,183 vehicles during the last quarter only. These numbers have easily topped the analyst predictions of more than 15 analysts for the last quarter. This brings their annual total for the numbers of cars produced of 49,476 vehicles produced in 2024, and where they've delivered 51,579 cars during the same year. The results of these great earnings haven't been long to be projected on the value of this company, where we can see that the day following the earnings results, the company has been exploding of more than 24% in valuation. Nevertheless, over the past year, we can still see that the company is down more than 10%, where it still has a pretty cheap price to sales ratio compared to what it used to be in mid-2023. So, with all the great financing that this company will receive over the next couple of months and years, this would definitely greatly help them to increase their total production and deliveries, and who knows where the valuation of this company could go in the future if they were to catch up on their big competitor Tesla. Finally, third and last on my list is the American multinational Nike with the ticker NKE. This American athletic footwear and apparel company that is widely recognized for being an icon of what to wear for sports could actually represent an excellent investment opportunity for the future. With a trailing price to earnings ratio of only 22, which is about 4 times less than their biggest competitors Adidas, it is fair to say that this company could be pretty interesting for every value investors. This low price to earnings ratio could be explained by an important decrease of over 20% of their total valuation over the past year. And so this rapid decrease of the total value of this company can be attributed to many important factors. Some of the most important reasons for the downfall of Nike lately are the fact that they are currently struggling with macro pressures, uneven consumer trends, sluggish brick and mortar sales, a weak wholesale order book, and softer digital sale. Indeed, by taking a look at their latest earnings report, we can see that their total quarterly revenue have been dropping by 8% year over year, which was driven by a decrease of 13% in their online store sales and a 3% decrease in their wholesale revenues. Since Nike is also a worldwide company that is selling their different products in every part of the world, it is important to note that their sales in all of these continents have been dropping in the last quarter. It is no wonder why so many investors have lost trust towards Nike over the past year. Nevertheless, Nike remains the largest athletic footwear brand in all the major markets where it dominates categories like running and basketball with popular shoe styles. This means that over the last couple of decades, they've been able to establish themselves as the top dogs in that field where they should be able to rebound on the bad performance that they've faced lately. And by taking a look at the analyst predictions of the ranks, you can see that I am not the only one that believe in this company. In fact, all of these analysts either have a buy or a hold ratings where the average price target for this company would be of $86 per share or an upside potential of 18%. So as long as our society will continue to promote sports and the big sportive that are endorsing companies like Nike, this company will continue to surf on this wave of sports enthusiasts. So there you have it. Those were the 3 most interesting stocks that I currently have on my watch list for January of 2025. If you are a new investor or a more advanced investor looking for the best online broker to help you to minimize the total fees that you are paying, I have recently decided to transfer a lot of my money towards Moomoo because of the big perks that they are offering to their different customers. So if you are looking to learn more about this great online broker for Canadians and Americans, check out the link in the description of this video. And if you're looking for some of the best ETFs to invest in for 2025, check out the video that's gonna be right over here, and I will see you soon. Peace!